Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. 25 projects coming out to you, 5 a week for 5 weeks. We're in week 3. We're in week 3. So as you know, on Monday I shared a project with you that I had designed for my team for our recent team event, and today I've got another one for you, and this is a bit of a posh pucker card, and it's one of these ones, and it was kind of inspired by the fact that Mum and Dad will always buy me an incredible birthday card or Christmas card, and it's always got lots of writing inside it on lots of pages, and then right at the back my dad will write, you know, love from Mum and Dad. And I just thought that's such a lovely style of card, and I thought I'm going to put my own together, and it's done on a hinge system by using DSP as a hinge. I don't know if you can see it's there. That's going to be the hinge. So this was the first one I came up with, and then I decided I was going to do a variation. So it will be either the Real Red or Garden Green that my team will have made, and exactly the same style. The only difference with this one is that on my original one I glued my paper together at the concertina point, and this one I didn't. So it's kind of up to you which you fancy doing, but they've both got the same sort of idea. Panelling on the front, something on the inside there, beautiful papers. Oh, I missed one out. Oh, okay. There was meant to be something there. Oh well. And then the sentiment at the back there. So, and I've cut for this one. Anyway, so this one is the Let It Snow suite. This is the 12 Tidings, and I'm going to do Brightly Gleaming. So what you need to do is prep first. Now, I'm kind of reluctant to give you measurements because there's loads of them, but all of these are going to be written down on my blog in metric because that's what I'm working with. Imperial, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope I get it right, but the problem is with Imperial is that the whole world works in international A4 apart from America, and that's a different size, and you work in Imperial. So I could do international Imperial, and I'm going to end up with 3 sets of measurements. I might just leave it as this and, you know, let you get the idea. So, but what you need to start with is all your pieces cut. You need your card blank. You need your DSP that you're going to concertina. That's the bit that's going to go inside. And then you need your panels for layering. So I'm going to scooch all of those to one side for the minute and work on this one. So this is a piece of cardstock cut in half and scored in half. Where's my Simply Scored? So this is 21 centimetres by 14.85 centimetres, scored at 10.5. My inner panel here, 28 centimetres by 14.2, so it's a tiny bit less, and I'm going to score it not on here because I need to score in centimetres. This is what I need. Let me move the trim a bit, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18 centimetres. That's the only scoring I need to do. So if I give you the principle of it, if I was just to do a card blank, I'd make this panel 0.5 centimetre shorter and narrower. If you're working Imperial, 1/4 of an inch shorter and narrower. So therefore, if you're going to make one in your size cardstock, this first panel here, you're going to have to do some maths. This bit will be exactly the same. This is going to be 10 centimetres by 14.35, exactly the same as that. And so is this one. It's also going to be that. So that's your starting point. So you need a length that's at least 2 of those. And then I'm working at 2 centimetre increments. And I've got 4 of those panels. So 2 centimetres in Imperial is 3/4 of an inch. So whatever size you go for, start with 2 lengths like that, and then concertina, you need 4 panels to do that with. Okay, and I've concertinaed the wrong way, but we'll not worry about that because it's got to be flexible. So you're going to have to do your maths, work out what this size is, take off 1/4 of an inch, times that by 2, and then add in 4 lots of 3/4 of a centimetre. So, sorry, 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Right. So this is going to sit inside. I'm going to get my liquid glue because you need a bit of wiggle room. Going on the outside, not too close to the inside. And I'm going to line up these 3 lines, these 3 edges. And that will get me a little gap here. Can you see that score line? I've got a gap next to the score line, and that's so it can all bunch together. Okay, that's stuck down. And again, liquid glue on here, again not too close. And again, I'm going to line up and just press that down. So you can see it's beginning to come together. There's my little bits there, and actually, yes, I would say that not having it glued together is the better thing. Right, let's pop that to one side. Now, I'm going to put my front panel to one side. Now remember I said that this was 10.5 centimetres by 14.85. The panels I'm going to put inside are a whole 1 centimetre shorter and narrower. That's these 2 bits. So they're 9.5 by 13.85 centimetres. So that's quite a difference. That's best part of ½ an inch. And they're going to sit inside. One's going to sit to there, and the other one is going to sit to there. Okay, you seeing that? So, tear and tape this time. Let's bring out all the glues. So that's going to sit. It's going to sit on, the glue part is going to be here on this hinge. On the outer one, not the inner one. Probably should have gone with liquid glue on this one as well, but you know, not to worry. Definitely going to use liquid glue on the other one. So let's try that again with liquid glue. And so exactly the same onto the outer part here. And liquid glue will mean that you can line it up with the other one. So there's the first 2 bits. It's coming together, you can see. Okay, now this is where even more sums comes in. We need 4 panels that are ½ a centimetre shorter and narrower again. And they're going to go on each of the parts. Now I'm going to come in with one there because I think that's nice and gorgeous and sparkly, and I didn't trim that short enough. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. How did I not show? Oh, it's because I did that one too small. Oh well. Let's trim those now. Don't you just love it when you get it a little bit wrong? But not to worry. Good job I haven't glued it. Right, let's try that again. So these are going to go on the front with the equal border around and the back. So obviously we only needed 1 piece of cardstock. So let's get these all snailed up. And I've ended up with 5 different patterns. On the other projects, I actually ended up with 6. But that's because I really wanted to use the stars again. But yeah, I went with 6 different patterns, but I wanted to use the stars the other side of this. So as long as you've got 4, 5 or 6 different patterns to your paper, you'll be good to go. So it's almost there now. It's so cute. Right, I now need some stuff going on the front. So I've got this DSP here. Again, as I said before, coming in at 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower. That's going to go on the front. And then if I bring these in, I've cut my layers according to where it will fit. But again, I'm doing the same method of whatever I take off the top, I take off the side as well. And these have always got 1/2 centimetre difference. Now, Christmas Gleaming obviously goes with the stamp set. So I'm going to go with Deck the Halls on the inside front. So it's red rubber. And I'm going to use my clear block to line up. And I go with Delicata Pink again because I love it. And you all do too, because you'll be buying it up like crazy. You all really love it too. Okay. Well covered. If you haven't seen it, oh, it's gorgeous. That is so shiny, and I don't know how I can get it to tip in the light, but it's so shiny. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So there's one there, that's got a panel to match. Do you know that was destined for the front? Oh well, not to worry. I don't remember where it was destined for. And then I've got another one. That's the front, we'll come back to that in a second. And I've got the back. And I want this phrase here. So it's Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly and Be Jolly This Season, which is this one. And I'm just checking which way round it's going to go. It's that way. So I'll line that one up again. See this one a bit better. I don't know. And Be Jolly This Season. Did I put my... I thought for a second I'd hung my ornaments up the wrong way round. I haven't. They're the right way round. That's fine. And then I'm going to go with one of my big... big one there, and then the other one is a scrap of Very Vanilla here. And the last one, ooh, the smaller one. Punching everything out. So that's the bigger one. And start assembling it all. So that's going on there. Going on. This one of this is going to go in the far back for where you can, you know, write your message to whoever you're giving this to. So remember what I said before about the 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower? You can see it's an equidistant border. I think I'm going to deck the holes there. And this one onto the front. Get these popped up with dimensionals. Oh, did you hear fennel then? Wow. That, I think, is a rather lovely card. If you're not keen on it popping open, where's my other two? These don't particularly pop out very much. I must have sort of super burnished there. Actually, thinking about it, I didn't burnish at all. If you're bothered by that, put some ribbon around and you know, tie it off. But it's going to go in an envelope and it's going to come out, and I just think they're lovely. Just a little bit different. So there you go. And hopefully I've explained the maths of it. Whatever your card blank is when it's in the closed position, when it's this shape, start working 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower, 1/4 of an inch shorter and narrower. However, on my blog I will have the instructions for metric for international A4. There we go. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. I promise you tomorrow's card is so much easier. This wasn't complicated, it was worth it. Bye.